Hello Capricorn, welcome to my channel, 12 seasons of astrology. This is your 2020 year ahead astrology prediction forecast horoscope, which covers the retrogrades, eclipses, and conjunctions. I'll start with the eclipses first. On January 10th, there's a full moon, lunar eclipse in Cancer, your 7th house, that will oppose Mercury in Capricorn, your 1st house, that will oppose Saturn in Capricorn, your 1st house, that will oppose Pluto in Capricorn, your 1st house. Over the next 6 months, something gradually gets eclipsed out, phased out regarding your committed relationship. You may file for divorce. You may file for or separation, part ways with your committed partnership, part ways permanently. You're with your committed relationship or a business partnership. On June 5th, there's a full moon, lunar eclipse in Sagittarius, your 12th house, that will square Mars in Pisces, your 3rd house. Over the next 6 months, something regarding your 12th house could gradually get eclipsed out or phases out, dealing with your health, your healing, recovery, hospital, confinement, jail or prison, or karma, past karma, not your past life karma, but your past karma. That could get eclipsed out over the next 6 months gradually. And this is something that, right, on your 3rd house, it could also involve your 3rd house of communications, your writing projects, your cousins, siblings, your neighborhoods, your neighbors, or your vehicles. On June 21st, there's a new moon, solar eclipse in Cancer, your 7th house. This is a fresh start, a new beginning, something that gradually improves, grows, or blossoms over the next 6 months with a new committed relationship. You may be married to someone new, or you may start a new relationship, or you may form a partnership with a new business partnership as well over the next 6 months. On July 4th, there's a full moon, lunar eclipse in Capricorn, your 1st house. And gradually over the next 6 months, there's something about your appearance, your physique, or your personality will gradually change or get eclipsed out over the next 6 months. On November 30th, there's a full moon, lunar eclipse in Gemini, your 6th house, that will get eclipsed out gradually. This is your job. You may quit your job, retire. There could be layoffs, something, you may resign, anything. Your daily routine, something changes up, gradually eclipses out over the next 6 months with your daily routine. And your health, if you have a health condition, that could gradually phase out over the next 6 months. On December 14th, there's a new moon, total solar eclipse in Sagittarius, or 12th house. So once again, there's a fresh start, a new beginning, with something that gradually grows, blossoms, or improves. It could be your recovery, your healing, hospital, confinement, jail, or prisons. That could change over the next 6 months. And I'll start with your conjunctions. The first one on January 12th, Pluto in Capricorn, your 1st house, will conjunct Saturn in Capricorn, your 1st house. There's increased activities involving your appearance, your physique, or your personality. That gradually changes. I would say something takes place between January 6th through January 13th. Maybe you go on a shopping spree and just have a complete makeover change during that time. Let's see. The next conjunction, Jupiter and Pluto on Jupiter in Capricorn, your 1st house, will conjunct Pluto in Capricorn, your 1st house, on April 4th, June 30th, and November 12th. This is activities once again involving your appearance, physique, or personality. On those dates you may decide to change your wardrobe, change your physique, somehow. Maybe you may change your attitude as well. The next conjunction, Mars in Aquarius, your 2nd house, will square. Mars in Aquarius, your 2nd house, will conjunct Saturn, Aquarius, your 2nd house, on March 31st. This is earning more money around this time. You could pick up a second stream of income. You could work more overtime hours, a second job, anything to earn more money. You may discover a new way to earn more money. Okay, and I'll start with the retrogrades. The first one, the Mercury retrogrades. The first, Mercury will retrograde in all three signs, all three water signs. The first one in Pisces, your third house, from February 16th through March 9th. This is your third house involving vehicles, electronics, devices, neighbors, neighborhood, siblings, cousins. Something has to get renegotiated, reset, revised, reworked, redone. The second Mercury retrograde in Cancer, your seventh house, from June 17th through July 11th. This is your seventh house of committed relationship, business partnership that could get revised, renegotiated, reflected, revisited, revised, reset, or restarted. The third Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, the 11th house, from October 13th through November 3rd, which is election day. This is your 11th house of friends, networking groups, social media, and charity organizations that will have to you have to stop and reflect, revise, revisit, restart, renegotiate, or rework or revisit. The next retrograde, Mars in Aries, will retrograde from September 9th through November 13th. Mars in Aries, your fourth house. Mars in Aries will be in Aries for 6 months, from June 27th to January 2021. And this is your fourth house of home and family and property that needs to be renegotiated, revised, reflected, redone, reset, redo, revisited. The next retrograde, Venus in Gemini, your sixth house, will retrograde on May 13th through June 24th. Venus will be in Gemini for 4 months, April 4th through August 7th. This is your sixth house, dealing with your job, your daily routine, and health. That will have to be renegotiated, revised, redone, revisited, reset, reworked. The next retrograde, Saturn in Aquarius, your second house, will retrograde from May 10th through September 29th. Once again, this is your second house of earned money, earning extra money from a second job. Any type of second stream of income or overtime hours worked will have to be revisited, reworked, renegotiated, revised, reset, or redone. The next retrograde, Jupiter will retrograde in Capricorn, your first house, from May 14th, 2020 through September 12th, 2020. This is your first house of appearance, physique, and personality. That needs to be redone, reset, revisited, revised, reflected on. And then next I will discuss Mars will square Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto. Mars in Aries, your fourth house, will square Jupiter and Capricorn, your first house. This is dealing with your family, home, property that will conflict or interfere with your appearance or physique or your personality somehow. This is on August 4th and October 19th. Then Mars in Aries, your fourth house, will square Saturn on in Capricorn, your first house, on August 24th and September 29th. Once again, this is your home and family and your property, first interfering or conflicting with your appearance and physique or personality. Something has to be restructured that requires discipline. Something requires restriction and limitations. On Mars in Aries, your fourth house, will square Pluto and Capricorn, your first, August 13th, October 9th, and December 23rd. Okay, this is once again your home, property, and family that will conflict or interfere with your appearance, physique, and personality. During this time, something will be transformed, changed, challenged. There will be a confrontation that will eventually get something transformational takes place and change permanently. Alright, Capricorn, that's all I have for 2020. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Please remember to check out my other videos that I have posted. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video.